Well, I'm back recording again. Uh, didn't know it was a 15-minute limit, so that's good. So at least now I know. So yeah, basically just following up on the asteroid. It's basically anything large of whatever. It would be televised or something. I don't think the government would hide that. I think somehow, and especially with technology the way it is today, I think that kind of information would be leaked out in other places, not just one source is Facebook, and all it is just other people making comments on something else that they heard from. So, it is what it is. But, well, the other thing is, even if this is true, say if it is a world ending, the thing that we have to remember is, we have to remember that death is the only thing that is guaranteed to us in our life. That is, people say death and taxes, But if you died as an infant, way before you died, as soon as you got out of your mother's womb, then you're not taxed. So the only thing that's guaranteed is the death. And so what we need to do is just be always prepared for death. We should always be prepared, live life to the fullest, be kind to other people, and get closer to your Lord, or however you believe. If you're not an atheist, then just be a good person or whatever. Now, the problem with the whole, situation of not believing or anything like that is, it's not really a problem, but, you could always say that, well, live like as if death is knocking on your door. For some people, that's a very good excuse for them to act ill. Like, if death is there tomorrow, if I'm going to die tomorrow or whatever, then I'm going to make everybody I hate feel my hatred, so it's kind of hard to just say live life to the fullest or whatever, because a lot of people, their inner desire is to spread their evil or dislike ways, so yeah. But I would say it's better to be kind, but whatever, that is me. But yeah, so but that's a lot to say, so basically I was looking at, and it's titled "I Love Riots" from Amazing Atheist. Basically, and in it, it doesn't mean that he likes to see people. And what it is amazing. The atheist guy, he has a cynical take on things, but he's very insightful. And some of his stuff that you get from that video, you actually take out a lot of good stuff. I mean, he came up with a lot of solutions of what could happen for the police officers and for citizens, or what we could do to take care of our society. And it's a very interesting video, and I like it. Even though I still believe in God. This guy, to me, I've listened to him for years, and I've always admired some of his insights. So yeah, so that's basically it. Enough about that. So that's just what's going on. Hitting back close to home. I haven't participated in the riots. Personally, my belief, not riots, but also protests. One of the things I had a gripe about is that people are starting to take their kids to these protests, which I don't get. Like, I was actually debating with my family members, because they started showing pictures of little kids walking with the protests, marching with the protests, and I'm like, these protests change on a dime. They start out peaceful, but then it can, have a peaceful march, and somebody throw a Molotov cocktail in the wrong direction. Next thing you know, somebody's getting hurt. You don't know where it's coming from. Then you see clips of videos of cops just macing protesters in the face, even if they're not even, raising their fist or nothing. They could just be sitting down and just get maced in the face. And as a matter of fact, in one of the videos, they actually have a video where a kid gets maced in the face by a cop. And I'm like, that's the problem. The protest can change in a dime. It's out of control. It's like a freight train. It's going one direction, and it just takes one little turn, and next it's derailed, and it's all a mess. So yeah, don't take your kids to these rallies. Let them look on the sideline. Let them look away, so at least the cops could identify that they're not part of it. Show it to them on television, talk to them on why people are doing that. but don't put them in there. I mean, you just don't know. What if all of a sudden the peaceful protest gets wild and people have to run for their lives? Then you got this little kid with the little legs who can't keep up with everybody, gets run over. It's too unpredictable with these protests. But my family members was like, well, they need to learn and they need to see society do it. Well, then, don't say nothing when that kid is maced in the face and get mad at the cops. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these, things are burning. Things are freaking getting thrown across. You got a little kid going in there. That's my problem. It's my little rant about that situation. I don't get that part. Now, and so like it's just that. Now, the things that I wanted to talk about is racism. Can racism end? Here's my thought about racism. Racism, and I don't know if the sound in the back is interfering, but racism to me is a territorial thing. It's not a hatred thing. Well, it is built by hate, but it's more of a territorial thing. It's like, it's like the red ants versus the black ants. They basically know that in order to stay in your power, you have to keep your black ants or your red ants in power. You got to keep working with your red ants and black ants. You got to have to hate the enemy, because if you let the red ants become more influenced, then next you know you're overpowered, and next you know you're losing your power. So I think a lot of these people who are in power see this. They don't see it the same way we see it. We see it's like we should just be together. We should just be working together hand in hand. Where people in power, they just see us as red ants and black ants. They don't see that it should be shared. Now, let's put it this perspective. For you who are in power, for those who are in power, you can create the illusion of other people have, let me just scratch that. Forget about all that. Bottom line, I can see this country still prospering in racial harmony and still become a great nation. We can be the beacon of the world. No lie. This country can be the beacon of the world. Yes, you do have, and at the same time, you can still have people who are racist. This is what I think. For you who are racist, for you who do not like to see other people, who don't want to be around other people, stay wherever you are. Let it be that where you are. And those places that are in racial harmony, let it be that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that if a woman doesn't want to date a black man, or if a black man doesn't, or if a black woman doesn't want to date a white man, I don't think that's racist. I think basically because a woman, you got to think that they're thinking differently than men, but at the same time, it's okay to believe in non-intermingling. It's okay to believe, because that's your belief. That's what I can't take that away from you. But what's not okay is forcing other people to abide to what you believe. So yeah, for you and your kids, you raise your kids, you don't want to intermingle. But if one of them wants to have be with a black man, don't fucking chop their heads off because of that. Just, let them know the consequences. We're a racist family. Where if you have a black baby, that's what's going to happen. You're not going to be welcome. Yeah, it's racism, but it's your belief. It's what you believe. That's water. I'm just cleaning out my dish rack. So that's your belief. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to believe that you hate black people, you hate other types of people, live where it's predominantly white, let you and your constituents stay amongst each other, and there you go. But don't fucking, but I think where the wrong part is when you start trying to implement that on other people. Throw rocks at people and try to hurt other people just so you could, you believe in what you could believe in. I mean, here's the other thing. You can't eradicate another race. You know what I'm saying? And if you did, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that black backlash is on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't eradicate another race. You could not like another race, but you can't eradicate it. You know, just plain and simple. So why be so hell bent or waste half your life on eliminating another type of people? You know, or try to keep control over some type of people with an oppressive manner, because that's gonna bite you in the end. It's gonna bite you in the end, no matter what anybody says. It's gonna bite you in the end. So yeah, be kind. You don't like somebody, walk across the street. Don't be around them. Don't participate in their things. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with homosexuality. If people don't believe in homosexuality, people should be okay with it. This culture of making everybody agree to everything and to accept everything is kind of messed up. Because what you're doing is you're building a kettle pot where people are holding in their anger, their frustrations, and they're hiding it just so they could be PC. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, you don't agree with homosexuality? You don't believe that Sam, who turned into Samantha, is Samantha? Then fuck it. That's what he believes. Don't oppress him because he doesn't believe Samantha's a woman or Sam is a man. You know, let him or her just live their life. As long as they're not throwing rocks at you and trying to hurt you in some kind of way. If they don't believe it, they don't believe. That's your own psychological thing you got to work with. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's how I feel, man. I think what we're trying to do is trying to be so, you know, almost like fascist with our, you know, wokeness and you know, I'm messing with the dishes, but like, you know, we're trying to be so like that we end up hurting ourselves. If this nation needs to grow, we have to be able to work with each other despite whatever people believe in. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, some people want to watch the world burn. Well, then there's consequences. They will be arrested when they reach over the line. When they try to hurt others, then we will take care of them. But we as Americans, we should believe in working together and try to make this world a better place. You know, this country can survive and become a better place. And this world, as a result of looking at America, can be a better place. We can't make other people change, but they could see the prospects of America and want to be more like that. I mean, sometimes you just got to lead by example, America. And I think that's what we can do. And this is, again, John Aquarius. This is my thought, my rant, me talking to myself. Maybe nobody's listening. I hope somebody do. If so, like, subscribe, comment. This will help me with my video. I'm actually just doing this as a side thing just because I'm talking to myself. Thank you and have a good day.